top 5 wide receivers of all time. Who's
Oh,
starting us
let's go.
off?
You know what?
Jonathan.
I will definitely take the lead on this because we're about to have some serious disagreements
No, we're
on
not.
my list. Okay. Well, you know
Yeah,
what? I hope not. All right. So we're gonna go in order. What are we doing? How are we doing this, Mike? What are we?
everything's in order. 1 through 5.
1 through 5. Ooh, let's go. All right. So number one on my wide receiver list is Randy Moss.
Okay.
Randy Moss to me is the greatest wide receiver to ever play the position. I don't give about that statistics. I don't care about anything other than the fact what my eyes tell me, and my eyes tell me Randy in his prime was impossible. He
In
had no
Daddy's
help.
voice. Randy Moss, you don't have
Impossible.
Steve Largent? You don't have Steve Largent?
Gale Sayers.
All right.
Yo,
It's
chill.
not. I'm not so old to tell you both to go to bed. I
You're right.
really.
Urban Fryer was really a good wide receiver. We get it. We
It's not
understand.
too. It's not too late for you both to go to bed. By the way.
But in my top 5, it starts with Randy Moss. Randy Moss, the freak that he was, is just I've never. I don't know if we'll ever see another Randy Moss. Me personally. Um, Number 2 is Jerry Rice. Okay, uh, nothing. Nothing needs to be said other than the fact that you know what, guy almost had 23,000 receiving yards, even though he played with two of the greatest quarterbacks to ever lace him up. You know what? And even in his later day, he got partnered with another legendary wide receiver in Tim Brown. He also had Stallworth, and he had probably one of the best offensive minded head coaches in the history of head coaching. He was part of the most dynamic offensive system that we still use today, the West Coast. So you know what? He made the skinny slant infamous. I'm going to go ahead and give him his just due. Number 3 on my list, I have none other than T.O. T.O. is my number 3 wide receiver. And the reason why was because T.O. was a body snatcher. He was a bully. He was a boy amongst men. It didn't matter how you covered him, who you covered him with. He was essentially bigger than your linebacker and faster than your cornerback. And he dared you to play up front. He dared you to play zone. It didn't really matter. Plus, how can I not like a guy that basically, you know what, gets traded from or makes fun of a team by standing on the star, gets traded to that same team, and then cries about the quarterback, only to get traded because of the quarterback, and then still manages to just basically let people in Buffalo and in Cincinnati know, even at 40 years old, I'm still the guy because I can still run a 4.340, and I can still jump and run routes better than your 22-year-old wide receiver. All right, number 4. Does it need to be said? I mean, if Optimus Prime has an arch nemesis, then guess what? It would be Megatron.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Megatron, without a doubt, is number 5 on my list. Why? 6'5", 4.3, 540 speed. Played in the worst offense known to man, the worst team in that era, and essentially still managed to do nothing but ball out. Shame on Matt Stafford for not finding him another 64 yards, so he could have the first 2,000-yard receiving in the history of football. Should have found him the yards. I don't care. I would have just thrown the ball at that point in time. He did it for Puka Nacua, or not Puka Nacua. He did it for Cooper Cup. You should have did it for Calvin Johnson. He deserved it. By the way, the guy was just absolutely, I mean, retired way ahead of his prime. Only had 11,000 yards receiving, but every single one of those 11,000 yards and 83 tutties were impactful because they made you get up and say, "Ooh, did you see that?" He passes the eye test. And number 5 on my list. Ooh, this is going to cause controversy, but I'm going to give it to the Notre Dame faithful himself. There has never been a man who has been more consistent, kept
Tim
his
Brown.
head down, worked. Yes, I did say it. Not to mention he rocked the silver and black. You know what? He is the epitome of consistency. Over 14,000 yards, nearly 15,000 yards, over 1,000 yards or 1,000 receiving yards. Part of the 100 Tutty Club with the Raiders in multiple states. Tim Brown. I said it. I'm standing on it. convince me that I'm wrong.
Wow.
Wow.
I need to convince you to take a drug test after that last one.
What's that e-cigarette thing
Whatever.
must be
Whatever.
E.
I'm
Yeah,
vaping.
Tim
It's
Brown.
gummies. It's a good
Tim
day.
Brown.
I'm taking Tim Brown. And Tim, if you're listening,
You,
yes, I
you
rock with
passed
you when
over.
Sega drops
You passed
Sega
over in
Sport.
terms of Raiders go. You passed over like Fred Biletnikoff and Cliff Branch.
I'm not putting either one of them above Tim Brown.
Tim
It
Brown was
doesn't
never
matter.
even an All-Pro. He wasn't an All-Pro one time.
Wow.
Part of
not
that
his
Raiders
fault.
hate, by the way. Part of the Raiders hate. You know what? Part of the Raiders hate. The one time he got an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, you know what? He had Jerry Rice and he had an older, I think, Rich Gannon. You know what? Guy still showed up and balled out. You know what I'm
Did you
saying?
know who Cliff Branch was? Did you know? Do you know that Fred Biletnikoff was so good that there's a reward for the best college football player called the Fred Biletnikoff.
Here we go again.
Like
And the logo
Fred
is Jerry West.
Biletnikoff.
We get it. We get it. We
And you take
understand it.
Tim Brown over Fred Biletnikoff.
Yes, and I'm sure Fred Biletnikoff would have taken Tim Brown over Fred
Okay.
Biletnikoff too.
You could have did better saying Tony Gonzalez.
No, he was a tight end, and we're not going with Tony
But
Gonzalez.
he's ranked like number 6 all time.
Yeah, you could say
He's up there. He said
He a lot
as
of
many
ridicule.
yards as he's had. You might as well call him receiver because he's on the top 5 list or top 6.
A lot of ridicule. Like I need to hear names now because obviously you guys
All right.
joke. So
I don't have any
go.
jokes. Honestly, Jonathan, as much as I'm questioning, I only question that last one. I only question Tim Brown, but we don't differ with regards to, we just flip flop. And obviously, our taste in terms of like players and what they've accomplished are pretty similar, especially at the top 5. Instead of Randy Moss, I do have Jerry Rice at number 1. I was never a big Jerry Rice fan because I just wasn't a San Francisco 49ers fan. But it's hard not to see Jerry Rice. And, he's not fast. Okay, but no one catches him. Oh, he doesn't have great hands. Yeah, but he doesn't drop many balls. Oh, he doesn't run every route. Yeah, he does run every route. Oh, he's injured. No, he's not injured a lot. Oh, he's too frail. Well, he seems to make it in a time where the kill box is still a legitimate thing in an NFL. But he doesn't have a lot of touchdowns. Yeah, he has a lot of touchdowns. He's not a red zone threat. He is the red zone threat. So when these metrics, I start throwing out my own devil's advocate, and I throw Jerry Rice in there, I answer back with, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So enough with, if I present the formation of a no, and in the next breath I answer it with yes, then Jerry Rice is my number 1. And number 2, no question about it. You're absolutely right. He is just a freak of nature. 6'5", invented. You got mossed. He's the arbitrator. He's the arbitrator of just, if I got one step on you, I'm throwing a hand up. It just looks like this. It's just a hand going up, and any good quarterback who could throw the ball, once they saw that hand, when Randy did this, raised the hand, he got, whoever that DB is, he got. It's over. That's Dallas.
I just heard a little squeak when you raised your hand, by the way.
That's Dallas.
WT-40 on that.
Calling Randy Moss and saying, hey, when we get a chance, we're going to pick you, and not doing it. That's Jerry Jones. Like, you know what? Every time this guy plays against us, I regret not making that move. And he let him know it every single time they played against Dallas. Because I think Randy said, every team that passed me over, I've got a personal edict against them, and I'm going to be at my best, which was still better than anyone else. And now you're talking about the best being better than himself against certain teams like Green Bay and against Dallas. Randy Moss left no prisoners, so he's my number 2. My number 3 is close to you at my number 3, except my number 3 is T.O. T.O. is that receiver that we had never seen in terms of not height, etc., but just all the metrics, the full complement of what, like, if you had a H-back and you had a running back and you had a wide receiver and you combined them together and you mushed them together, H-back, running back, wide receiver, you'd have T.O. Physically, H-back. H-back. You could lead the block. Elusiveness, strength up the middle, running power, running back. No question about it. And then hands, once you got hands,
Absolutely.
wide receiver. Wide receiver.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
No
Those are
argument.
three people and three positions mashed into one guy. Even you could put T.O. Question me if you're gonna say Shannon Sharp at tight end. If you put maybe 7, 8, 9 pounds more on T.O., would it be a stretch to put
Yeah,
T.O.
but-
at a tight end?
No, not
No.
even close. And he had the body for it too.
Right. He could have been 6, 7 pounds more. You could have put T.O. at a receiving tight end position a la a Shannon Sharp. And he still would have been great. He'd have dominated.
Doesn't matter.
So he's my number 3. T.O.'s my number 3. My number 4, we're flip-flopping. Megatron. The accolades can't be said. It's a very sad state when I talk about him because here's a guy that should have a ring. Here's a guy that should have the 2,000-yard receiving. Here's a guy that just like Barry Sanders with Detroit, I think he learned from Barry Sanders and said, you know what? We're not going anywhere. My body is getting hammered. We're not improving at the QB spot. They're not building a team around me. And we keep getting in close games, but we never get to the next level. So you know what? There's nothing I can do, but I don't want to play a la Emmitt Smith for another team for something else. I don't want to chase like Charles Barkley in the NBA. I don't want to chase this title. Either I'm going to get it and I'm going to be with this team and get it, or I'm not going to get it, but I'm going to have my health and my sanity. And I think he did the right thing. He retired early. I have my health, my sanity, and I'm still unquestionably number 4 in all times when we rate wide receivers, and that would be Megatron. It's no question to call him Megatron. I mean, it's legitimate. It's Megatron. Catch radius, like 12 feet. How do you have an 11-foot catch radius? You can't throw it over his head. You can't throw it 3 feet to his right. You can't throw it 3 feet to his left. His catch radius is the most incredible catch radius. You could be Stevie Wonder at quarterback and just hear where he's at, and he would make the catch. That's his catch radius.
They tried that. They
definitely tried. Yes, to give him God bless their heart, Detroit. They definitely tried that. And then my last one, and you guys don't know who he is. And he comes Matty Ford, and here comes this, and here comes that.
Okay, here we go.
Whatever. My next one on this list is Art Monk, who Washington Redskins.
Oh, part of the fun bunch. Okay,
that's right. Art Monk.
Right.
He's almost forgotten. But when you look at the numbers and you look at Art Monk on the numbers, you're like, Art Monk is good. By the way, of the guys we mentioned, of the guys on this list that we mentioned, Jerry Rice you got the chip, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, Megatron chip?
No.
T.O. chip?
No.
No T.O. No chip on T.O.'s finger. None. No. None. No chip. Randy Moss chip?
No.
Okay. Art Monk chip? Yes.
3 of them.
3 of them things. So how are we leaving a guy off a list that's still in the top 10, but he got 3 of them things? How are we going to leave him?
Not top 10.
I have a question.
Well, he should be. He is in the top 10 in terms of number of receptions.
One question: Who was throwing the ball to Art Monk?
Come on, Joe Theismann. Joe Theismann. Oh. And Joe Theismann. Wait, and Doug Williams. Doug.
Yeah. Woo! One question. Are either of those guys in the Hall of Fame?
Both those guys in the Hall of Fame.
Holy smokes, that's insane! You mean tell me you had 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks throwing you the rock?
Yeah, but it's also the Washington at that time, the Washington Commanders, aka now aka then the Washington Redskins. But that organization was a really good organization pre Doug Williams. But after Doug Williams, we had some problems there, especially when Daniel Snyder bought the team. But you know my feelings about management. But before then, that organization, that was a winning. Joe Gibbs had that. That organization was
Hall of Fame head coach. Wait, Hall of Fame head coach as well? Oh, that's insane. By the way, Who was running the ball? I forgot. What's his name again?
John Riggins.
Oh my God, was that the Diesel? Like that
The
was
Diesel.
The
Okay.
Diesel.
oh my God. Oh,
The Diesel.
so wait, like if my memory serves me correct, I got a Hall of Fame head coach, I got a Hall of Fame quarterback, another Hall of Fame quarterback, and the Hall of Fame running back. Yeah, you
That's
know
correct.
what? Okay.
So Art
Okay.
Monk, but that doesn't take away the fact that Art Monk.
I'm not.
Right,
I'm
okay.
just.
By the way,
Me personally.
it's
If
not
you're Randy Moss, look, I will say it. I always say it. You know what? An amazing quarterback, rather an amazing wide receiver. You know what? If he is transcended, can have us believing the worst quarterback is a Pro Bowler, and I have seen time and time again those guys having us believe that the worst quarterback is a Hall of Fame, is a Pro Bowler. I mean, we forget. Jeff Garcia went to the Pro Bowl. This guy was throwing the ball to T.O., and T.O. had us believe that Jeff Garcia was a Pro Bowler. We forget. Rodney Peete looked like an all-pro throwing the ball to Megatron. What are we talking about? Randy Moss, the litany of wide receivers that threw the ball to Randy Moss, and we thought were like good again. Like, I mean, he had Warren Moon on 1.5 leg and Randall Cunningham without the bounce.
Well, what
And
does that
then
got
he
to do
had,
with Art Monk? Because he played with some pro.
well,
By the way, you can play with some Hall of Famers and not be a Hall of Famer, or you can play with some Hall of Famers and become a Hall of Famer. Is it
well,
in spite of, or were you just that good?
look, I'm just going to tell you, if you're a quarterback, if you have a head coach who's a Hall of Famer, if you have a head coach, if you have a head coach that's a Hall of Famer, if you have a quarterback, not one but two of them that are Hall of Famers, you know what, and a running back that's Hall of Famer, the likelihood of it is that you're on a good team.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm not buying.
What?
We're not going to have a domino
What?
theory where no.
What? Okay, Mike, I need you to
Philadelphia
stop at the
Eagles.
store. Let's go ahead and get some Quaker Oats right now. It's going to get real
Eagles,
sick
Art Monk is
early.
a Hall
Cowboys
of
in the
Famer.
90s.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Art Monk is a Hall of Famer, yeah, but we're not gonna say
Yeah.
pretend like, oh my God, like Art Monk had, I don't know, Art Monk had Bubby Brister throwing him the ball
Wow.
and made us believe that
Wow.
Bubby Brister was like a
He,
maybe.
he only led the
Stop it.
led the league in receptions one time, 103. Never in receiving, nothing else.
Wow.
I think
That
you
was
just
it.
like the name.
Listen, he has
Nah.
12,000. Art Monk, 12,720 yards, 21 yards receiving, 940 receptions, and 68 of them things,
Oh,
and
look, I'm
three of them things,
I'm just glad.
that ring.
Yeah. That puts him at like number 19 all time.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm just
Yeah,
glad you didn't say like.
behind guys like T.O., behind guys like Randy Moss, behind guys like Steve Largent. By the way, we just naming down a list. Wait a minute. Let's go down a list of guys that he's behind that don't have one of them things. Let's go down that list, okay? And he's above those guys when we add
Art
them
Monk is
things.
number 23.
That's
He's
not
right ahead of Mike Evans.
What was his, Michael, what
I'm
was
just
his
glad
last
you didn't
season?
say like
Mike
What was
Evans
his
Bryson
is
last
Hall
Mike
or.
Evans. Mike Evans is one slant away from passing Art Monk.
Yeah, but how
Yeah,
many
next.
how many seasons? How many seasons? How many seasons? And when was Art Monk's last game? What year was his
Art
last
Monk
year?
played 15 years.
Okay, and Mike Evans
1995.
Mike Evans has played what?
It's his 11th season.
And a pass happy NFL, Mike Evans. And a
Yeah,
pass
but
happy
hold on.
NFL, Mike Evans.
Wait.
Come on.
So here, like
I'm not doing it.
Or is he
I think
like a catching psycho out there and can just
By the
catch
way,
everything at the
shout out to
6'5"?
Syracuse. Art Monk. You like to do it. Shout out to Art Monk, Syracuse. Syracuse All American. Syracuse.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
But I'm
Respect
still
on
not
it.
putting him in my top 10. I still can't do it. I
He's
can't
in my
do it. The
top
reason why
five,
I
not my
can't do
top
it,
10. Top five.
well, you know what, Mike? I'll tell you what, Mike. Just, you know what, Mike? Where do you stand, Mike? Because we need a tiebreaker on this. This is insane.
Okay, I'm gonna go now, and I really don't care how you guys feel, especially you, Dad.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Number one is obviously the freak Randy Moss.
Okay.
We know that.
Yeah.
Number two,
No,
Terrell
okay.
Owens.
Okay. All right.
Terrell Owens is number two.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
I don't see any problem with that.
I
You
have
could flip
Terrell Owens
flop
at number
Terrell
two.
Okay,
Owens
go ahead.
there, right? In my opinion.
Okay, fine.
Number three, I got the man who was born August 25th, 1972 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Mr. Marvin D. Harrison,
Shout out to
8-time Pro
Syracuse.
Bowl,
Are you
3-time
serious?
All-Pro, one-time Super
Are
Another
you
Bowl
Syracuse
serious?
guy.
champion, one team,
There's a
12
team.
Oh,
years.
Wow, that's
Yes,
crazy. You put Marvelous Marvin over Jerry Rice?
yes, I do, Jonathan.
that's
Okay.
incredible.
Over Calvin
Okay,
Johnson?
What?
so here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the
That's
thing.
okay. No,
Here's
no, no,
here's
no,
the
no,
thing.
no. Just keep with your
Let
list.
me just.
Go with
You
your
know,
list.
you were saying something. You were saying
Go with
something to
your list.
Daddy. You were saying
Go with
something to
your
Daddy. You
list.
was like,
Go with your list.
who was throwing the ball? Who was throwing the ball to Jerry Rice? Joe Montana? Is he not a
And Steve
legend?
Young. And Steve
Steve
Young.
Young? Are they not
Yep.
legends?
And John Stallworth. He had
Wow.
John Stallworth also.
He had
He had
everybody. I
Tim
think
Bianco
Jerry
too.
was
I mean, he
pampered.
had it. Yeah. Well,
He
okay.
also
That's
he,
it.
Jerry also almost Jerry also almost played 20 years of football. Like, he just didn't stop. He just kept playing. Not that he
That
was
had
great at the end, but
I think he was
yes,
Hall of Fame before his days
yeah,
with the Raiders and
it
anybody
did.
yeah.
else.
It did. It
But
did.
He
But
was
if
okay.
you do
he
the
was Hall of
math,
Fame
Okay.
if you
before
do the math,
the Jerry
You
Curl flat top.
he was
Go
Hall of
ahead.
Fame. But if you do the math, a lot of those years out of his 19 years, towards the last 5 or 6, those are just empty calorie stats. He wasn't
Michael, you
eclipsing
have
1,000
Marvin
yards.
over
holy, he
Jerry.
said it. Yeah, okay.
I have Marvin
Oh,
Harrison over Jerry
and
Rice.
you know
Listen.
I love
If
Marvin
you
Harrison, but I mean,
Jerry Rice, I put in the
yeah.
same category as I do a Bill Russell. These guys are
What?
legends
What?
Oh,
because
you're
yes.
nah. You know
Oh
what?
my God!
You're just a dummy.
Can I
Stop
explain?
it. Stop it.
Jerry Rice is a
Stop it.
Wow!
legend.
Wow!
Stop it.
He's a
Stop!
legend.
Please stop!
Stop.
He's a
Stop!
legend.
Don't do this
But
anymore.
I just think
No, you're trolling.
he landed in a great spot.
He
He had
landed.
phenomenal above
They thought he
average
was going to be
quarterbacks.
trash. He had to work his
I'm
way
going to
up
give
to the
myself root
bottom.
canal. If you
No,
keep going, I'm going to give
he had
myself my
2
own
great
root.
What are
I'm
you
going to do root
quarterbacks.
doing?
canal on myself. Brother, I'm going to do
What are
root
you
canal on
doing?
myself. Self-inflicted root
This is
canal.
Number
That's what I'm
insane.
four.
doing.
Number four. Steve Smith Sr.
What?
You're trolling. Shut up. You're
Hey,
trolling.
you know
That's a
what?
joke.
You're
That's
trolling.
a
You're
that's
trolling.
Michael,
a,
No, 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 no. You're
that's a
Michael,
trolling.
joke.
You're
That's a
trolling.
joke. I
You're
got
trolling.
medication
Megatron.
is wearing off.
I
Oh,
got
Okay,
Megatron.
medication.
Megatron.
I got
Okay, good.
Megatron.
Okay.
I got Megatron.
Okay.
Megatron had to get it out of the mud. He had to get it
All
out of the
right.
mud. His
Okay.
quarterback led the league in
Please tell me who number
interceptions.
5 is,
So
please.
Hey,
number 5 is Tyreek Hill.
What?
yeah,
No,
I'm done. You're trolling.
I'm
You're
done. You're just
trolling.
joking
You're
now.
No,
trolling.
No,
No,
you're
you're
no, it's
serious.
Tyreek
trolling.
Hill.
You're
No,
trolling. You have to be.
you're
There
not.
is no
Tyreek
conceivable
Hill.
way.
Tyreek
Tyreek
Hill.
Hill.
What the
Tyreek
Tyreek
heck?
Hill
Hill.
right now has 11. Listen, he has 11,000 receiving yards right now.
Oh,
Just
okay.
listen.
I'm
11,000
listening.
right now.
Okay, I'm
Right?
listening. I'm
In
Yeah.
listening.
2022 and 2023, he had 1,700 yards 1 year, and 1 yard shy of 1,800 yards. That's 3,500 yards in 2 seasons. If his
Okay.
quarterback doesn't get hurt, the next season, he eclipses that and he goes probably for 2,000 yards. And he
Wow.
has the first one, and he's the first receiver with 2,000 receiving yards. So Tyreek Hill, by the end of his career, because he's got a good 4 years left, he'll probably be top 5 in receiving yards. I know he'll be top 5 in receiving yards.
Michael, are you okay?
And one thing Tyreek has, no, Tyreek is the fastest receiver, the most elusive receiver, and he is
Wow.
probably, to me, other than Megatron, one of the best secret weapons you can have on your team because speed kills.
What is
You're
secret
talking
weapon
over the
about
top.
Megatron?
I said like Megatron,
I don't
a
think there was
secret
anything
weapon.
secret about any of the guys that I named. Like you knew they were there. Like
I
you
don't even know
you
what he's
knew
on.
they were there. You
Tyreek
knew
Hill.
they were there.
Defenses have
Oh
to
God.
prepare for a guy
Wow.
who's 5'8". They have to prepare for a receiver who's 5'8". The cheetah, his
You know what
name
they
is
have
the
to prepare
cheetah.
Corvette was
for now?
He can
5'8".
take.
You know what they prepare
Wayne
for
Corbett
now?
was not running a 4.2 almost. Wayne Corbett isn't returning punts and special teams. He's not. Wayne Corbett
We're
wasn't all that.
we're done.
Well,
We're done.
Tyreek Hill
done.
Welker.
can turn
Welker was like 5'7".
Tyreek Hill will turn a wide receiver screen into a 60-yard touchdown. He'll turn a 5-yard slant into a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I've seen T.O. do the same thing. I've seen Jerry Rice. He invented the skinny
Michael, how do you
post.
have Tyreek
Like,
Hill?
Tyreek Hill's
what are
not
you
getting
talking
touched
about?
though.
Michael, but
Terrell
how do you
Owens
have
is
Tyreek Hill over Jerry Rice? How do you do that?
T.O. is stiff arming you. Tyreek Hill is just passing. He's running by you.
He's just
You're
running
not
by
catching
you.
Tyreek Hill.
Right? So we're saying,
Michael.
he runs. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to say, you know what? Tyreek Hill isn't going to be a top 5 wide receiver this year. How about that?
Michael,
he's not.
Okay,
He's not even
because
going to be a top
quarterback
5
Sally.
receiver.
Listen,
over Jerry
I
Rice.
can't. Listen,
Yeah.
I love Jerry. Again, I put Jerry in the legends.
The legends category.
In the legend category, but he'd probably be like number 7 on my list.
Oh
Jerry,
my
like
God.
you said,
I don't
Dad,
have Tyreek
he's
Hill over
not
Lynn
too
Swann.
fast,
I think
but
Lynn
he's not
Swann
that
is
slow.
better than Tyreek Hill.
He's not
I don't
too
have
fast,
Tyreek Hill
but
over
he's not
Chris
that
Carter.
slow. He doesn't have the best hands, but he's not dropping many balls. Okay,
And I'm not.
so why doesn't anybody have Larry Fitzgerald? Why doesn't anybody have Larry Fitzgerald in their top 5?
Wait, because I don't think he's the top 5.
I got Larry Fitzgerald over Tyreek Hill.
Okay, then.
I got Larry Fitzgerald over Tyreek Hill. Right now, Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Legend over Tyreek Hill.
Whoa.
Johnson, maybe statistically.
Which one you taking?
Yeah, which one, Jonathan? You're starting your team. Which one you taking?
Yeah, you know what? I like Tyreek Hill, but I'm not passing on. I'm not taking.
Thank you. Listen,
Larry Fitzgerald.
if you guys,
I'm taking Larry Fitzgerald over
if you guys want to do that, that's fine. I got, again, in order, I got Randy Moss, number 1. I got T.O., number 2.
Wow.
Marvin Harrison, number 3.
Wow.
Megatron, number 4. And the Cheetah at number 5. I'm standing on it. That's it.
I don't know what you're standing on, but I know what you're standing in.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're standing on, but I know what you're standing in.
And it smells like doo-doo.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, there's a diaper that needs changing right now.